Well, welcome back. These are live pictures where President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived in Hammanskraal. You can see him flanked by the Minister of Water and Sanitation there, Phemi Majordina, and other dignitaries as well. So essentially what is going to take place there today as part of the International Mandela Day celebrations, the President is going to unveil what will assist the community of Hammanskraal. You'd know that the community of Hammanskraal had been struggling with water woes for the longest time. And what is going to take place today with the unveiling of this particular project that has been completed, the President, of course, will be unveiling that together with the other dignitaries that have arrived there. I think, let me just take you live there and see. We'll wait to see when the media gets a chance to speak to the President about the project and, of course, other matters perhaps. Let's just take you live there for a second.
Far away, but it is ample.
Celebrating Mandela Day by launching the National Water Access Program. That is what is taking place in Hammanskraal, and I see he's being briefed now, I guess, by some of those who've completed that project. This project is set to benefit this community quite extensively. Government launching this national program to expand access to safe and reliable water services as part of Nelson Mandela International Day. We know that this rollout is going to be taking place in Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the Eastern Cape. And the President, of course, is going to speak to some of those particular aspects. When my colleague Nhlanhla Kgatlana spoke to the Minister of Water a little bit earlier on, Phemi Majordina, she spoke about the expansion. And these are areas where communities have been consistent in their complaints about the unreliability of their access to water. This move now, the launch of the National Water Access Program, is likely to address some of these challenges that these communities have been experiencing for quite a while. Okay, we'll take you back there a little bit later on, and we'll go to my colleague Ayanda Mhlongo in just about a moment. In fact, government launching a national program to expand, staying on an issue relating to water, safe and reliable water services, as part of Nelson Mandela International Day. As I indicated, the rollout's taking place across Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape. In KwaZulu-Natal, the Deputy President, Paul Mashatile, is leading the launch of one of the water supply schemes there. For more on that rollout and its impact, let's speak to SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo, who is at that location for us. Ayanda, good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. While we see the President at one location in Hammanskraal, which is an area that had severe water challenges, talk us through the challenges in that particular area where you were and how today's initiative, or what is being unveiled today, is going to assist this community in having access to reliable water.
Chris, a very good morning to you and good morning to our viewers. Absolutely. Well, as the President is in Hammanskraal, I'm coming to you live from Babanango in the heart of the Zululand district. And this is an area that is very, very remote and an area that is isolated, and where we're speaking across the country, Chris, of this program that is being launched by government in expanding water, or the provision of water in some areas across the country. Chris, people people speak about water being inconsistent. And in this particular area where I am, you're talking about people who've never had access to clean running water, communities who are still reliant on boreholes, communities who will still have to travel kilometers to get to rivers and streams to access or get water. And so this is one of the communities here that for many, many years, just outside of water, Chris, this is an area that has been underdeveloped for many, many years. The people of Babanango have always said that they feel like they've been a neglected community who have not had any services whatsoever, whether you're speaking about healthcare, whether you're speaking about roads, whether in some parts you're talking about electricity, you're talking about housing. And today, this is quite a very, very important day for them. Not only important as it happens when the world in South Africa is honoring the life of the late President Nelson Mandela, but also having a high-level delegation like the Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who will be accompanied by the Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, David Mhlongo. It's the first time that this particular community has even engaged with a high-level delegation at such a high level. And just to not waste much time, let me bring in now Nomfundo Ntombela. She's a young... All right, we will come back to getting just views from the community and what this day means to them. Let me take things back to you, Griselda, in studio.
Ayanda, thank you very much indeed for that, and apologies. We'll come back to you in just about a short moment. Let's go live to Hammanskraal now, where the unveiling of this initiative to assist the people of Hammanskraal in terms of reliable water is now being unveiled. The Minister of Water, Phemi Machodina, on the podium now, or speaking at least. We understand that unveiling is going to take place any minute now. Let's take you live there.
Liters per day. Million liters per day that we are now handing over. So, Mr. President, we have the chair of the board here. We have the CEO of the board. We have all board members. They are here today to witness this. We have taken some time, President. The first contractor which was on site here, we had to terminate the contract. He was doing bad work here. Then as they were working, there was inclement weather. January to April in 2025 we were delayed, and further delayed by a rock. This area is very rocky, but we had to navigate up to the day where we are today. When you were responding in one of the questions in Parliament, you were asked, when are you going to finish that project? You said by end June, July. We are right in June, in July 18 on Mandela Day, you are handing over this project, Mr. President. A big round of applause for Mr. President.
Yes, yes.
Executive man.
We're multitasking. I don't know ETV will give him money after this. Thank you very much. Let me appreciate the presence of the President, Mrangapanda, Minister. We are humbled, actually. And the Premier, and the MEC. This was a collaborative effort. We want to appreciate you committed, you delivered. There were naysayers by then because there were fatalities, and people thought this won't happen. But today we are proud, and on behalf of the residents of Tshwane, we want to thank you very much.
You receive.
We receive.
Yes.
And we are committing now in front of the cameras that the people of Hammanskraal will get clean running water. But for now, they must wait for us because we are flushing the debris and the dirt in the system because it stayed for long without having water. And now it's bursting, but we are responding appropriately. President, we are committed to give people of Hammanskraal clean running water. Thank you very much.
President, I want to thank you for coming here, President. And I want to say something that may sound... I want to say something that may sound obvious, but it's not obvious, President. The Ministry of Water and sanitation respects intergovernment relations, and they also respect the need to combine all the agencies that work with her to work with government, President. And we don't want to take that lightly. So I want to thank her in front of you, President. We meet every Tuesday without fail to deal with water challenges in our province. But what is important is that when there is a small area of differences, we can call her anytime and we meet immediately. So we want to encourage other national department, Honorable President, to follow on her footsteps. Today we can deliver a product here purely because we've been working together up until, even when there are challenges, we can be in a position to relate to the challenges and assist each other. So I want to thank the Honorable Minister of Water and Sanitation, the Deputy Minister that is here, the Executive Mayor, the MECs, and the leadership that is coming from SWAPO, Namibia. We want to thank you for coming here. We really appreciate this. This is a very important day for us here in our country, and to have the President to open this project is more than humbling. It's something that we really, really appreciate. Thank you once more, President. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We are mindful of time, that it's supposed to be 67 minutes only in each side. I will not give President to speak now before he opens, because maybe this is a clinic. So now I don't know who's making a countdown.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
President, when we count down for me and you.
Yes. 5. Let's start here, President. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 and a half. 0. Thank you, President. Thank you. Thank you, President.
Thank you very much. I've been tasked to read this plaque, Magalies Water Kilpdrift Package Plant, commissioned by His Excellency, President of the Republic of South Africa, Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, on the 18th of June 2026.
Chair, what are you saying to President? President is just about to speak now. Chair of Magalies.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Your Excellency, the President, and all honored guests who are here. I just want to say that this is one of our humble way of saying, President, when we say, when you send us, we run. And this is what we have done. It wouldn't have happened without the leadership of both our minister, the premier, the MEC for Kokta in Gauteng, who sometimes calls us on Sunday night to talk to the issues here. The package plant is an innovation of its own kind that has been recognized internationally. We even have a certificate that was offered to us in Finland to say this is an innovation, this is one of its kind. We're looking forward to the people of Tshwane receiving water as a result of this, Honorable President, and I'm sure through the leadership of Tshwane, the distribution system, the reticulation system will be clean very soon so that people can receive water. We are pumping to enable them to clean the system, and I'm sure that with this plus what is happening in Rooiwal, the people of Hammanskraal are going to be happy, Honorable President. And we really thank you very much for having seen this. And this is one example that can be taken everywhere else. And I'm sure that's why our minister has even invited her counterparts from Namibia to come and see what can be done. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. President, this is first of its kind in the entire continent. We're very much proud of this project. Over to you, Mr. President.
I can hold it.
So it's only reporter. No, thank you very much, Minister Majodina and Premier and the Deputy Executive Mayor and the Chairperson of Magalies Water and the MEC, the MEC of Gauteng province here, and the Director General of Water and Sanitation who is here, and all the other officials. But I especially want to thank the two ministers from Namibia. They are not from SWAPO, they are from Namibian government. So they've come to join us on this very special day, the 18th of July. It's an internationally recognized day as Mandela Day. People around the world are celebrating or commemorating or doing good works on the 18th in memory of Nelson Mandela, the father of our nation. So we are really pleased to have so many people who have committed their time to be here and to come and spend 67 minutes with us. But I want to applaud the Minister, the Premier, and all who have worked to ensure that we have a package plant. This is the first time I hear of a package plant that delivers 50 million litres a day. This is phenomenal. This is a great, great, great achievement for our government. This is how we respond to our people's needs. I came here when there was a real crisis of water, and we have now elevated water as a top priority in our government system. We've set up a water committee, and people often say, oh, he sets up committees all the time. This is one committee that is really working with all the key stakeholders, from unions to business to organizations as well as to government. And this is how we do things here. We collaborate, and this is a result of collaboration, particularly at the various levels of government: national government, provincial government, and local government. I am pleased to hear that, having done this package, we are now going to go on with the reticulation of water into the taps and to the homes of our people. And the Deputy Executive Mayor here and his team are now going to be hard at work to make sure that they clean up all those taps that have not been working for the longest time, so that this water that we are now packaging and generating here can go into people's homes. Now, I want a clear time frame of when this is going to happen. This must happen within a short space of time. We don't want the people of Hammanskraal to be waiting for years and years before the water flows into the taps, into their homes. So this is a great achievement. I'm really pleased that we are also doing it on Nelson Mandela Day. This is a day when all of us must be making a contribution to make the lives of our people a lot better, a lot easier, where we're bringing progress to our people as a whole. There's much more still to be done. We still need to do many more things, and we thank the chair of the board and Magalies Water for the work that they are doing. But more needs to be done so that we can address the needs of our people. Our people need good services, better services all the time. And this is only one, but many of the steps that we need to take. And so therefore, let us move on with greater determination. This being a great achievement means that we need to do more. Nelson Mandela said in his book, Long Walk to Freedom, that I've climbed a number of hills, and as I look at the vista, the progress that has been made, I can see that there are many more hills to be climbed. And he says, I cannot tarry. I cannot wait too long in one space. I must move on very quickly to go and climb those hills. This is precisely the message that he is beaming to us today, that much more needs to be done. So this is great. This is a great water achievement for us. So we're grateful, Minister. Well done, as I shake your hand, and thank you for all the work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Now we'll be led inside here by Siamo. Not all of us are going to get in, but it will be the President, the ministers, 2 ministers from Namibia, the Premier.
The Prime Minister.
Can the media be this side?
All right, President Cyril Ramaphosa launching the National Water Access Program in Hammanskraal there. And it's going to be a water project. The President describing it as a great achievement, but saying that it shouldn't take long for water to flow in the taps for the people of Hammanskraal. You would know that there have been many water woes in that particular area. And this particular project is set to make the lives of the people of that area much better. I think just before the President spoke and we took the proceedings live at Hammanskraal, I think the Minister was saying there's about 1 million litres of water that are going to be pumped. She did make reference to the exact benefit. In fact, let me just pause a little bit. It seems the President is going to unveil. All right, you would know, of course, that Hammanskraal residents, have faced severe water crises and contamination, in particular from the Rooival wastewater treatment plant for several years now. And the city, as well as, various government entities have tried to assist with the situation there. Now we have, of course, the National Water Access Program, which is set to address some of these challenges that are being faced by the residents in Hammanskraal. You would know, of course, that those were some of the key service delivery challenges that the residents of Hammanskraal were complaining about. All right, we'll take you back there a little bit. And for now, let's take you back to my colleague Ayanda Mhlongo, where government is also launching a national program to expand access to safe and reliable water. And this is part of the Nelson Mandela International Day. Ayanda, over to you.
Chris, thanks once again, and good morning to our viewers again. Well, we were saying earlier on that the experience of accessing water in South Africa is deeply unequal in terms of the different communities. Now here, where we are in the village or the area of Babanango, in the heart of the Zululand district, the residents here, communities here will tell you that accessing water is a daily struggle. Here, you're not talking about communities that are experiencing water cuts or water shortages. Here you have people in areas that have never had any sort of access to clean running water, where community members are still reliant on boreholes, where others have to walk kilometers to get to the rivers and streams just so that they are able to get waters. And those to get water, and of course those who can, are then able to install the tanks at home. But for the majority of the people in this particular community who are reliant on social grant, that becomes a bit of a challenge. Now, let me bring in a young person in this community, Nomfundo and Ntombela, who's just going to speak to us about the challenges here and what this day means for them. Of course, we have the Deputy President accompanied by the Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, Mr. David Mahlobo, who are also here to launch a water supply scheme. And the Deputy President is duty, of course, his capacity as the chairperson of the water task team. Nomfundo ngibonge nje isikhathi sakho sisi kade sikhuluma lana ungitshela ukuthi ke niyakhala kakhulu ngamanzi awekho amanzi kule ndawo mhlawumbe ke beniphila kanjani umphakathi la kule ndawo uphila kanjani?
Ngiyabonga sisi. Kulomphakathi sihlala ku amanzi nje into esingayinayo sidalo. Okay, we used to get ama-water can, but manje nawo awasafiki isidala. And if mesingathi siyakhuluma siyabuza kahle asikaze size sitshelwe sichazele kahle ukuthi yindaba kwawona ama-water can engasafika silethela amanzi. Uma sithola amanzi thina amanzi kwamele ukuthi siwakhe egayweni. Siwakhe egayweni nalezo egayo lezo sometimes amanzi abuye ngaphumi. We sometimes spend months igayo zethu zifile kumele ukuthi sihambe siyokha amanzi emithonjeni lapho esithi mesikha khona amanzi emithonjeni siwakhe siphuze nezinkomo khona. After lokho mase siwatholile khona sebesilungiselile lawo manzi lawo egayo still kuyafana amanzi wakhona awaphumi. Once kwafika mhlambe abantu abawu 4 or 5 like 4 or 5 families bezofike bezokha amanzi, the next person angeke sawathola amanzi. We have to wait until later on and sihlale emakhaya kukude kwalezo igayo esikha kuzo. It's not only about amanzi ke nje kulo mphakathi esihlala kuwo, like service delivery nje ayikho sidalo. Even ama ambulance makumele ukuthi sithole ambulance we have to wait mhlambe more than 6 hours. Mesifonela enquthu ukuthiwe iambulance ayikho or ama ambulance awekho sidalo or sometimes kuthiwe iphumile. If
angikhathe kancane nje sesingiyaxolisa ngoba nami ngizoba nenkinga yesikhathi. Mhlambe ke akisibuyele kulolu daba olubalekile lamanzi. Namhlanje ke usekela mongameli uDeputy President uPaul Mashatile ulana nishilo nathi niyaqala endaweni ukuthi kufike umuntu osezingeni eliphezulu kangaka njengosekela mongameli uzothula lolu hlelo lamanzi. Engicabanga ukuthi ke lizoba usizo kakhulu ekakhulukazi futhi ke kwenzeka ngosuku olubalekile la izwe laseNingizimu Afrika nezwe nje sikhumbula lowo mongameli wakuleli uNelson Mandela.
Kuyajabulisa khona even though singazi ukuthi bazokwenza yini ngoba every time bahlezi beba nama promises that they don't keep. So namhlanje we're hoping ukuthi bazoke benze into okuyiyona into eyiqiniso considering ukuthi baze nangosuku olukhulu kangaka. Already bese kukhona lapha beseliqalile khona even though amanzi bewengakaphumi, but we're hoping ukuthi even nalapha bengakafiki khona amanzi namhlanje bazofike besitshela ukuthi kuzoqala nini uhlelo lokuthi basisupply ngamanzi because really siyawadinga hayi kancane.
Nomfundo ngiyabuka nje ukuthi indawo ay develop. It's underdeveloped. You don't have businesses. There's no employment opportunities for intsha. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi kuze inkampani noma imboni zize lana zizotshala kuzovulwa amabhizinisi nibe nezitolo into enjengamanzi into yokuqala edingakalayo. So now lokhu nawumthelele kutheni ke ingathuthuki le ndawo.
Kakhulu. Yabona nje indaba yamanzi iyona esiphethe kabuhlungu kakhulu ngoba even ngisho sekuthiwa kushoniwe or abantu benza imisebenzi kunzima kakhulu. And leyo ukuthi mekuthiwa ama businesses or ama companies could come ukuthi basisize sesikhathele. They always come, bafike bethembise whatever and then they don't come back. If befikile sometimes even ama job opportunities mevela especially from municipality siyazi ukuthi kuthola labo nalabo. Nakhona futhi bayathola ngokuphindeleleka. Akusinto ukuthi into ethi ideveloper umphakathi asingasho ukuthi into edeveloper certain families because nje kukhona lapho kungafiki khona.
Nomfundo ngiyabonga kakhulu sesikhathi sakho. Right, Nomfundo Ntombela, young person in this community, just sharing with us her experiences. You can just tell, Chris, from what she was telling us that this is a young person who represents a community that has given up, that has lost hope in any terms of service delivery. But she's stressing how the importance of water and their daily struggles to try and access water. She's speaking about the boreholes as well, that they're reliant on boreholes, and once they're they run dry, they then have to go to the rivers and stream, and they share that water with a cat. And she's saying that, of course, the fact that they also don't have water has also meant that this area has not been able to develop. I mean, if you come to Babanangu, there's hardly anything. There's no businesses. There are no shops. It's a very, very small town with just one a service station. That is all this particular community has. And so with this launch today of this water supply scheme, this really could be a turning point for this community, because once they have access to water, it could mean that businesses, there could be more opportunities for people and businesses to come through and invest in this particular community. This is an area that for over 30 years, people here have been saying they've been isolated, they've been neglected, there's been absolutely no development. But today they are very hopeful. I mean, you're seeing just by the numbers of people, the community residents in this particular area who have come out here today, young and old, very eager to meet Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who I said is accompanied by the Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, as they today launch this water scheme. And this for this area is a very deserving community, a community that has certainly waited for over 30 years for this day, and also happening on such an important day, Griselda, where South Africa and the world honor and celebrate the life of the late former President Nelson Mandela. Chris, the Deputy President has not yet arrived. We are still awaiting. He is already here in KwaZulu-Natal, of course, and he will then be making his way here. The program where we are is going to be in two parts. Of course, we're going to start at the water scheme, which is just further up the road. That's where they will then officially unveil this water supply scheme, and then he will then come to where we are, where their marquee has been set. He will then engage with the community, and of course have that time as well. Will he be hearing from the residents in this particular community about the issues that they had and challenges that they've had regarding service delivery, but in particular the access to water. I'm going to leave it here, Chris, and hand things back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Ayanda. As you wait for the Deputy President there, the President is in Hammanskraal, as we indicated. He's now inside the plant, we understand. And he was in conversation just a few moments ago, I did see on my screen, in conversation with some of the officials at that particular plant. We did say, of course, that the President, of course, is launching a program which is going to better access for water for the people of Hammanskraal in that particular area. We know, of course, as we have been indicating, there have been some water woes that government has been trying to address in that particular area, and this is one such program taking place on this very important day. I don't know if we're going to take you live into those pictures, all right, but in line with, of course, what today's theme is,